Hello everybody and welcome to my vlog number 2, which is a little bit delayed, sorry about that, but I've been off having fun. And actually one of the things that I want to talk about today is to do with where I've been and what I've been doing having fun. So today's topic is going to be all about persistence and what you tell yourself when you talk to yourself. So a couple of kind of different threads to the theme, and it's all to do basically with my skiing trip. Hilarious. So from Facebook you probably know that I, for those of you who are my friends, went skiing last week for the 3rd time in my life. So the first time I went skiing was last year, so I had never ever skied in my life, and I was 30. And so that is quite a scary thing to do. For those of you who are out there who are the same, you'll know what I mean. For those of you who are thinking about going and are older, like, I would highly recommend it because, oh my gosh, does it break your comfort zone down. So last year when I went, I was petrified. I cried a lot. I fell a lot. My body hurt a lot because it's just such a different thing for you to do as an adult. And obviously it's really pushing you out of your comfort zone because it's quite scary, the fact that you're literally going down a mountain on a pair of planks which you don't really have that much control over. Also, it uses your body in completely different ways. So I thought, cocky, as a dancer, I would be fine, easy. But it's completely different muscles. And even just putting the boots on, which are like these crazy huge things, hurts your legs, and they're so hard to walk in, and you're like, oh my God, this is hard work. So anyway, last year it was tough, but I did enjoy the whole kind of package. Like, I loved the beautiful scenery, and I loved the, you know, drinking Van Show on the slopes, and then the fun we had in the evenings. That was brilliant. But actual skiing itself, I wasn't a big fan of. But I did have some lessons, and I did get better. And I did persevere even last year, because there was one point where I had a hilarious fall with Richie where we literally tumbled over each other, skis fell off. It's actually on film somewhere, thanks to Hannah Wing and Martin Workman. But I just thought, oh my gosh, like, I really don't like this. Do I really want to do it? But I just thought, no, like, that is just fear speaking. You can do this. And so I got back out the next day and I did it. And if I hadn't done that, I would have probably never done it again in my life. And I think that just relates to anything in life that you might be scared about. That if you fall down and you hurt and you cry, you don't want to get back up again. You just want to literally like crawl back into your shell where it's comfy. But actually that is the worst thing you can do, because if you do that, you'll just keep doing that with every scary experience in your life. And so actually what you need to do is you need to bash that comfort zone and feel the fear and just do it anyway. Because when you do, you will feel amazing. And so doing that last year really did break down so many comfort zone barriers for me, and so many fears that I had. It kind of like built me up as a person, which is so bizarre, and it sounds like crazy, but it's a really good kind of example of life in general, because it really, as I said, like, built my confidence because I was so terrified, but I got back up again. And every time you get back up when you've been defeated and when you've fallen down, you're literally like building yourself stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And so off the back of skiing last year, this is so funny that I'm like comparing all skiing, but honestly, like, do something scary in your life and you will feel like a different person. Because you just feel so proud of yourself as well. Like, it's just the most amazing feeling. So off the back of that, for the rest of the year, I just had the most amazing year from a personal point of view, as kind of in personal growth terms. I grew so much as a person last year, probably more than I ever have done. In the last few years, I've been very invested in personal growth, and so I definitely have grown a lot, but I feel like last year was like a real jump, like it had been kind of consistently, that's the doggy, Maxie's. It had been really, hang on a second. What's your surname? Back again. Hilarious. It's a little Arbonne delivery. That's so funny. I wasn't going to stop it, because if I stop it, then I have to start it again, and then I'm like, I can't remember what I've just said. So anyway, yes. So last year was a massive year in personal growth for me. As I said, I've been growing consistently for the last few years, mainly because of Arbonne, because we do invest a lot in personal growth. But also just because I was really changing as a person, and developing my skills, and who I am, and finding who I am, and all that stuff. And skiing really helped that, because it did push me so far out of my comfort zone that I could have either, as I said, retreated into my comfort zone and not grown as a person, but I decided to bash through it. And doing that made me so proud of myself. And it also built myself, so that in turn built my self-esteem, because whenever you do something that you're scared about doing, when you do it, it builds your self-esteem. And ultimately, self-esteem, how we feel about ourselves, will determine our success in life. It'll determine how far we get in our careers. It'll determine the relationships we have. It'll determine the people we attract into our lives. And so this is a whole other kind of vlog, but feeling good about yourself and liking who you are is one of the key components to a happy life, in my opinion. So doing that last year really helped me feel good about myself, because I'd gone, no, I'm going to do it, even though it's really hard and I don't want to. So anyway, that was last year, and I came back and I had an amazing year in terms of personal growth and lots of other great things. So this year I went, and yes, I was nervous, but I also felt confident, because I knew that I'd done it last year and I got back up and I could do it a little bit better. And so I thought, I'll have some more lessons, if I need them, and it'll be all good. So the first day, so it was last Monday, I got on the slopes, and it was amazing. Literally just took to it like I'd been doing it all my life. I mean, this is maybe a little bit over totally exaggeration, but it really was. It just came back to me, like my muscle memory was there. So I was parallel skiing, which if anyone knows skiing like that, that's quite a good achievement to do. Last year I was literally just ploughing. So I was parallel skiing. I was, going down the slope so much faster. I had so much more confidence. Richie's been skiing like a lot of his life, so he was so impressed. And obviously he'd seen me last year. He was like my coach. And he just couldn't believe it. He said, oh my gosh, I don't know what's happened, Han. Like, you're parallel skiing, your posture's amazing. You're just going for it. And I was like, oh, amazing. And I actually started to enjoy it, which is obviously the whole point. I realized, this is why people like skiing. Hilarious. And so that was the Monday. And then by Wednesday, I did a red. So in skiing, there's 4 slope progressions. You've got green, blue, red, and black. And so red is the third one, obviously, and it's pretty scary, some of them. But I was doing reds, and I was doing them competently and, with confidence, and quite fast at points as well. And so I literally just felt, so proud of myself, because I just thought, oh my gosh, last year I was crying and my skis were falling over the place. And this year I'm doing reds. What? And Richie, again, just honestly couldn't believe it. He was like, wow, what has happened to you? And then some friends met us on the Friday, and they'd skied for years as well, and they couldn't believe that it was only my second time. So a couple of things that I think really helped this progression. So I've already talked about the first one, which is definitely the personal growth and the confidence that I had built in myself in the last year, to know that I can do so many more things than I think I can. Or my subconscious tells me that I can't. So that was massive. Like, I had that personal growth there. I also think that, so there's a few things. I said 2 things, maybe 3 things. So there's the personal growth. Second thing was exercise, actually yoga specifically, because I started yoga last year and it has changed my life, made me so much more fit, much more toned. It's really helped my center. So there's all that when you're skiing, your balance and things like that. So I think yoga, and also meditation, which goes with both exercise and personal growth, because I have meditated every day nearly for a year, which is a huge achievement. But meditation, again, a whole other vlog, is just the thing. Like, I can't tell you how much that helps every aspect of your life. And actually, I was listening to a great talk last night by Wayne Dyer and Eckhart Tolle, who is my idol. Both of them are now my idols. And Eckhart Tolle said, or Wayne Dyer said, that meditation is like You know, it's like you wash every day and you get ready to, you wash the dirt off the day to go back out the next day. And meditation's the same. Like, actually, you need to meditate every day to wash the dirt out of your head and to be in that place where you, in your mind, you know, and in your body, where you are connected back to who you are and to what's important and to the present moment, which is all we have. So anyway, I talk about meditation for hours. So meditation, I think, definitely helped as well, because I was just much more in the moment. I was more present. I was calm. I was all good. And then the third thing is self-talk, which kind of goes with all of personal development as well. But self-talk is basically just positive talk to yourself. So we are always talking to ourselves, and whether we know it or not, it's always happening. Unless you're really present doing something, unless you're meditating, unless you're, you know, present, unless you're with friends and family. But a lot of the time when you're on your own, there's always a little voice in your head telling you you can't do this, or telling you what you've got to do, or telling you that you're not good enough, or all these kind of things that have been programmed throughout our whole life in our subconscious. And this, as I said, it's always there. And so when you then do something that's scary or out of your comfort zone, that little voice is literally like sabotaging you, because it wants to get comfy again. So it's saying, you can't do this, you're not good enough, get back in there, don't do it, I can't do this is horrible, you know, what are you doing to me, you're not good enough, all this stuff that I just said. And so what we have to do is we have to reprogram that. And you have to reprogram it through affirmations, which is basically the same thing as you're doing in your head, but out loud. You can also do it to yourself as well, but positive statements. So things like, I can do this, I am enough, I deserve this, I like myself, I love skiing, just things like this. And actually to say it like, whenever you have a moment of doubt, so meditation actually helps you be aware of that voice. So that's another reason that everyone should meditate, is that you have an awareness of that negative self-talk. And so it helps you to then be aware when that happens, and you can switch it. There's a great book called The Chimp Paradox book, which actually talks about this as your chimp, like your chimpanzee. So you name your chimp, and you just know that it's literally just your chimp on your shoulder telling you you can't do it, but you know you can. So it's the two kind of different parts of your brain. So what you do when you then are aware of that voice is you then switch it and you talk positive self-talk, as I said, to yourself. So this is what I did when I was skiing. And it was just an amazing example, again, of it in action. So when I was going down the slopes on the first day, when I was still nervous, like the nerves weren't not there every day. They were still there because it's still scary. And there was times where I could hear that little chimp. My chimp is called Fanny, hilarious, because she can be a bit of a Fanny at times. I could hear Fanny saying, oh, I don't want to do this, this is scary, I don't like this. And I'd be like, shut up, I can do this. And the ones that I just kept saying to myself, literally, as I was going down some of the scarier slopes, down the reds and down some of the kind of steeper blues, I would just be saying to myself, I can do this, I feel safe, I love skiing, I love adrenaline, I am secure, I am confident. Just anything that was negating the negative in my voice, in my head. And it works, like it 100% works, because then what happens is actually after a while, it automatically is there because you've said it so many times before. And so I just think this is just genius to apply to life. Anything in life. Anytime you're going to like a scary job interview, a scary meeting, you're doing something crazy that is scary, anything that you don't feel as confident about. You know, maybe some people don't like meeting new people for the first time. Some people don't like, you know, going out and socializing. Anything that you just don't feel that confident doing, just start talking to yourself, and just little statements, doesn't have to be big complicated things. Just start telling yourself that you can do it, that you are enough, that you deserve it, that you like yourself. I like myself as one of the best, because that builds your self-esteem, and that relates to everything I was talking about before about self-esteem. But yeah, so I'd highly, highly recommend talking to yourself. And everybody does it. The crazy thing is, and it actually talks about this in The Power of Now, is that everyone talks to themselves. But what we don't realise, and you might hear people sometimes on the street talking to themselves out loud, and we think they're the crazy ones, but actually we're all the crazy ones, because we're all talking to ourselves in our heads, which actually is even more crazy when you think about it. So just learn to like talk to yourself. I mean, I'm not saying walk down the street and be like, I like myself, I am amazing, I am enough. You know, when you're at home, maybe do that. But then when you're out and about, you could do it to yourself, or like record it on your iPhone and have it playing. But it works, and it really does just build your confidence in yourself. It builds you up as a person. It makes you believe that you are enough. It makes you believe that you can do whatever you want to do, that you can live the life you want to live, and that you're brilliant, basically. And so I just wanted to use Skiing as an example of all those different things I just talked about, because the persistence definitely came in. I think I've spoken quite a bit about that before, but it was the persistence, it was the confidence that came from personal development, it was the yoga and meditation, and it was the self-talk. So 4 things that just really had the most amazing impact and made me enjoy the holiday, which is great, because then I actually looked forward to going out there and getting those heavy boots on, and I can walk in them now and hold my skis and all that kind of thing. So I just think, embrace fear, feel the fear and do it anyway. Do something that scares you every single day, because the person you'll become, you won't recognize if you do that every day, you know, every week for a few years. You will become so different, and you won't become different to you as in someone else, but you'll just become the best version of you. So you'll be you, but even better. And who doesn't want that? So hope you enjoyed that, and look forward to seeing you all again soon and chatting to you about something else. Lots of love. Bye.